Welcome to 29th week part 2.
Weld joint. Weld metal or mixed zone, which is essentially a solidified structure. Unmixed zone in the base metal adjacent to the fusion line where the base metal has melted but is not mixed with the filler material. Partially melted zone which has been thermal cycles with peak temperatures. Heat affected zone which has not melted but is exposed to thermal cycles with temperature less than the solid's temperature. Heat affected zone microstructure. The relevant portion of the iron carbon phase diagram along with a schematic sketch of a weld and heat affected zone is shown in figure 2. The region of the heat affected zone where extensive grain growth of the weld metal takes place is referred to as coarse grain heat affected zone CGHAZ 1300 degree Celsius. The region of the heat affected zone next to it where peak temperature is in the range of 900 to 1200 degrees Celsius and austenite grain size remains small is called fine grain heat affected zone. Coarse grain heat affected zone is having maximum hardness and poor toughness properties compared to the rest of the heat affected zone. So the preheat temperature used to reduce the cooling rate. The region of the parent metal which undergoes a metallurgical change as a result of the thermal cycle is called heat affected zone. A typical heat affected zone is shown in figure 3. If the carbon equivalent exceeds 0.4, the welding situation changes due to the possibility of cracking in the heat affected zone and due to increase in volume of martensite. Cracks will usually develop the phenomena called underbead cracking. It has a hardness of 190 to 200 BHN in heat affected zone depending upon thickness carbon content hardness of 350 to 450 BHN may be reached. The risk of cracking is higher when hardness exceeds a certain level corresponding to higher rate of cooling. The interaction of cooling rate and carbon equivalent is illustrated in figure 4. At low levels of carbon equivalent, fast rates can be tolerated before there is risk of cracking. Except in thick section, heat affected zone cracking is rarely experienced with carbon equivalent values below 0.39%. At high levels of carbon equivalent, says around 0.48%, there is high risk of cracking even at slower cooling rates. However, appropriate preheating of the parent metal and or low levels of hydrogen in the weld metal can eliminate this problem. Higher level of hydrogen is harmful. Hydrogen is absorbed in the molten weld pool from a variety of sources. Moisture in the flux covering of an electrode or in the shielding gas grease on the joint faces and so on. Hydrogen can flow, diffuse readily through the hot steel and pass from the weld pool into the heat affected zone, causing a major risk of cracking. Gas shielded processes such as MAG and TIG are inherently low in hydrogen with level 5, 10 mm, 10 ml, or 100 gram, and are thus effective in avoiding cracking. Heat input and the thickness of the metal in the joint affect the cooling rate in the unit. In these sections, cooling rate is faster in thin. Preheating temperature slows down the cooling rate through the temperature range within which a hardened structure is formed, that is 300 to 300 to 200 degrees Celsius. Preheat also helps to reduce the risk of cracking by allowing any hydrogen in the heat affected zone to flow into the parent metal where hardening has not taken place. The interdependence of principal factors, that is carbon equivalent, cooling rate, heat input, joint type and thickness, hydrogen content and preheat, temperature of parent metal during welding, governing the risk of heat affected zone cracking is complex. The problem of underbead cracking can easily be overcome by preheating the weld joint just prior to welding or by choosing a proper low hydrogen electrode. Purpose of preheat. Four reasons why preheat is useful in weld fabrication. The use of preheat lowers the cooling rates in the weld metal and in the heat affected zone. This results in a more ductile metallurgical structure, one that will resist weld cracking. The slower the cooling rate permits hydrogen to diffuse out harmlessly without causing cracking. Preheat reduces shrinkage. It also brings some steels above the temperature where brittle fracture might occur during welding. No steel is immune to hydrogen induced crack. Additionally, preheat can be used to help ensure specific mechanical properties such as notch toughness. Heat distribution and effects of faster cooling. Heat input is increased with increasing wire feeding speed, but increasing welding speed decreases the welding heat input. When heat input increases, the cooling rate decreases for weld metal and increases the volume fraction of tempered martensite and coarsening of the microstructure of weld zone. The outcome of microstructural examination and mechanical test showed that fast cooling immediately after submerged welding can reduce the width of heat affected and coarse grained zone as well as improving the low temperature impact toughness. Heat input is increased with increasing wire feeding speed, but increasing welding speed decreases the welding heat input. When heat input increases, the cooling rate decreases for weld metal and increases the volume of fraction of tempered marking and coarsening of the microstructure of weld zone. Thank you.